Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome NANAIMO United and your Altitude FC. We respectfully acknowledge that we live and work on the traditional and unceded territories of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh and Musqueam nations. Altitude FC would like to recognise these nations who have lived on these lands since time immemorial. Please be standing and remove your hats for the national anthem.
True patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Happy Easter, everybody, and welcome to Kinsman Field in North Vancouver. It's League 1 BC Game of the Week action, and we've got a double header in store for you this afternoon as Altitude FC host the visiting NANAIMO United from the island. A short ferry journey over for them. Not always the most fun on an Easter weekend, but they've all made it over. It should be a fantastic afternoon in store. The sun is shining. What more could you ask for? I'm your match commentator, Michael McCall. I'll have the call for both matches this afternoon. The women's game about to get underway shortly. The men kick off at 3:30. We'll get into the starting lineups for both the sides. NANAIMO United first of all, and if you've been a regular watcher of League 1, you will have seen NANAIMO United in their previous guise, their previous moniker the last two seasons as Harbourside FC, changed to their parent club NANAIMO United this afternoon, and they are still led by head coach Bobby Taylor, her third year in charge. And the starting lineup for NANAIMO: in goal, number 1, Caden Thorpe. Number 4, wearing the captain's armband, Lauren Gray. Number 5, Ella Ashfield. Number 9, Ruby Nicholas. Number 10, Victoria Cronkite. Number 11, Christine Moser. Number 14, Kate Reynolds. Number 16, Alex Paul. Number 18, Liv Guild. Number 19, Avery Henderson. Number 22, Jade Dillable. For the home side, Altitude, led by head coach Jesse Simons, his first year in charge of Altitude, but a man very well known on the North Shore here in North Vancouver. He's been the UBC head coach since May 2016. He's won 3 national titles, previously with the Whitecaps girls side and also the North Shore girls here in North Vancouver. And their starting lineup, they're lining up in a 3-4-3 formation. In goal is number 1, Kelsey Fisher. Number 5, Zoel Apps. Number 7, Vanessa Tomei. Number 9, Bailey Dirksen. Number 17, Ava Ferreira. Number 18, Ella Sunday. Number 19, Olivia Gomez. Number 20, Avery Tulloch. Number 21, Cassidy Anderson. Number 22, Kira Kilby. And number 24, Sienna Gibson. Both teams make 5 changes from their previous match. Both of the teams so far have played 1 game this 2025 season. For Altitude, it was an exciting 3-2 win over Vancouver Rise on April 6th. Goals from Hannah Baines, an own goal from Sydney Veneer, the Whitecaps or the Rise goalkeeper, and then a 90th minute winner from Olivia Gomez. That gave them the 3-2 victory and got their season off to a good start. For NANAIMO, last weekend at home went down to a 3-1 defeat to Evolution. Niobe Darku with a fantastic 75th minute goal. a dipper from nearly 35 yards out. What will we have in store this afternoon? It's NANAIMO in the all red jerseys with the gold numbers, going from left to right, getting the action underway here. Altitude in the sky blue jerseys with the dark blue shorts. And expect Altitude to be on the front foot from the go here. They will press hard, they will really try and force NANAIMO onto the back foot, try and force turnovers, and battling away in the middle there, but it's NANAIMO that come away with it. Christine Moser just giving the ball away there, and a chance now for Altitude to get something going up the left. Beautiful ball forward there, played for Bailey Dirksen. Delivery into the box from Dirksen, it's headed clear, and then a big boot up the field from NANAIMO. Chested down by Eva Ferreira. And Olivia Gomez, lovely ball into the box. It just runs through to Vanessa Tomei, and her shot to the near post can't get the direction required, and that just goes wide for Altitude. A lot of this Altitude side play their college under Jessie Simons out at UBC. 5 changes, as I mentioned, for Altitude coming into this one, including in goal, as Kelsey Fisher gets her first start of the season. A player returning to Altitude after being with the team in 2022-2023. An injury derailed that inaugural season. She didn't get any minutes here in 2023. Went on to play for Rivers last year. Played in all 12 matches, kept a couple of clean sheets, and was the L1BC goalkeeper of the year as well. And now back where it all started for in League One with Altitude. NANAIMO, a good mix of youth and experience for them. A number of players on this NANAIMO side play with Vancouver Island Mariners in CCAA, Pac West College action. Had the pleasure of commentating at the Women's CCAA Nationals in Squamish back in November, where VIU finished 4th, and a lot of players that we'll see on the pitch this afternoon for NANAIMO were in that tournament. Temperature about 14 degrees here on the North Shore. Beautiful sunny day. There's a little bit of a wind, which will make it a bit more pleasant, as NANAIMO try and get their first attack. Trying to get that one played through for Victoria Cronkite, and just touched in for a throw-in for the visitors. Olivia Guild, Liv as she's more commonly known, over on set piece duties here. You expect her to take a lot of the throw-ins and corner kicks this afternoon for this NANAIMO side. Saw Liv, as I mentioned, at those CCAA Nationals, and her long throw and just her set piece delivery was excellent, as the ball seems to have almost gone under the fence there into the forest. Liv able to get this one back. Runs through, cleared. Altitude get the ball back, and they'll get something going now up the right hand side. Jessie Simons' side like to play a possession game. They don't try and force anything. They will move the ball along their back line a lot, lining up in a 3-4-3 formation this afternoon, as Dirksen plays that forward, looking to try and get that to Avery Tulloch. One of the few players back with Altitude this year. A bit of a clear out for Altitude. Heading into this season, Altitude were my tips to win League One, both on the men and the women's side. The men didn't get off to the best start in their first game. They'll be looking to make amends for that this afternoon. But the women looking to try and make it 2 wins out of 2, as Gomez tries to get past Avery Henderson in the battle of the 19s, and Gomez with a throw-in plays that forward, looking to try and get that to Kilby, and it's headed out for the first corner of the afternoon for the home side. And Vanessa Tomei will be on corner kick duty on the left-hand side. Just one player left up for NANAIMO, just one player back as well for Altitude. So NANAIMO can nick this one away. They have a quick breakaway possibility, but Tanay with a good delivery. It's headed to the edge of the box. Another foot on it there from Moser. Tulloch though wins this back in a battle with Moser on that far side. Moser recovers well. Tulloch now tries to thread that through. Just finds red shirts. A chance now for NANAIMO to bring this forward. And that's a long ball asking for Cronkite to try and chase down. But over doing a good job there is Zoel Apps, coming off her rookie season with UBC. Pretty impressive performances when she came in. Played in 18 matches for the Thunderbirds, 9 of them starts, most of those coming in the early part of the season. But it's not bad when you can win yourself a national title in your first season in the college game. And that's what a few of these UBC players have done. And a number of the Thunderbirds that's on this Altitude team as well, back-to-back national champions. And they'll be looking to try and take that form and that dominance into League One this season. Ella Ashfield turning, playing that out to Ruby Nicholas. That's a through ball again for Cronkite to chase. And the number 10 for NANAIMO, Victoria Cronkite, definitely looks to be the player that NANAIMO want to try and find in the early stages here. She's a player that will actually be playing under Jessie Simons in the 2025 college season. She is committed to UBC Thunderbirds. And interestingly, she's already got 2 games under her belt this year. Played in week 1 for Altitude. And then made the switch for game 2 and for the rest of the season, going to her hometown NANAIMO United side. And that's probably the best move actually for Victoria, because a lot of attacking options on Altitude, but she's going to get some good minutes and some good development playing up front, leading the line for NANAIMO this year. Just 17-year-olds from Victoria. And Cronkite has also featured with the under-17 Swiss national team as well, as has Emily Parker on Altitude. No clear-cut goalmouth opportunities for either team so far. It's the 5th meeting between these two teams. The previous 4, of course, when NANAIMO were Harbourside. Altitude's had the far better of the games, and the 4 played so far. 3 wins for Altitude, 1 draw, 10 goals for Altitude, just 3 for NANAIMO. The last game was a 2-2 draw here, a very entertaining affair last year. Remember, as always, if you want to get in touch during the broadcast, you can do so on X at AFTN Canada. That's AFTN Canada. If you're not on X, if you're on Blue Sky, you can get in touch with us as AFTN. Or if that's not your thing at all, shoot us an email, aftncanada@hotmail.com. If you want to chat about the League 1BC season, either of these 2 teams, or give a shout out to any of the players playing. Let us know where you're taking the action from on this Easter Sunday afternoon. NANAIMO clear it. Apps picks up the loose ball, plays that one forward to Sienna Gibson. Gibson was excellent for Altitude in that first game against the Rise Academy, and she gets the ball at the edge of the box and has a flashing shot towards goal. Can't quite get the direction on that, and that will just fly well wide in the end. But the 18-year-old midfielder, 2 years so far in League One. She played for the Whitecaps in those 2022-2023 season. Got a couple of goals to her name as well. Didn't play last year as she was getting all her schooling and everything finished and getting ready for going to college. Another UBC rookie this past year. Played in 20 matches, 5 goals and 4 assists from Sienna Gibson. She was such a key player for the Thunderbirds, and she's had a good start to her League One career with altitude so far, as the home side win the ball back there. Eva Ferreira powering forward, still Ferreira. Sends a great ball to the back of the box. It's brought down by Tomei. She can't get room to get the shot off, and Nanaimo again get it cleared. Picked back up though by Ferreira. Dispossessed, chance now for Nanaimo to get something going the other way. Moser, sorry, Cronkite battling away there. But altitude win it back. And it'll come out wide now to Avery Tulloch. That's chipped forward, that's asking a lot for Tomei or Dirksen to get on the end off, and it'll just run through into the arms of Caden Thorpe. First appearance of the season for Caden Thorpe in goal for Nanaimo. Missed last week's home opener. She was away at the Canadian Futsal Championships in Regina. Got a 7th place finish there with Native Indian FA Pacific FC. She brings a lot of experience between the sticks for Nanaimo. That takes a touch on the way out. It's going to bring up a throw in here just inside their half, or I guess it's getting put back a little bit now, more midway in their own half, as Gomez throws this one forward. Loose ball comes to Sienna Gibson. Dispossessed though. Great challenge coming in there. Gibson still trying to battle away and just not able to find any room at all to play that one forward was Avery Henderson, but Nanaimo keeping it alive. Ball poked forward there by Ashfield, but given away, and it's won back by Altitude. Gomez brings that down superbly. Nice touch forward there to Bailey Dirksen. Time to run perfectly. Flag stayed down. Dirksen in the box, showing a little shimmy, forced to the outside, looking to try and either find the pass or the shot. Neither was on. Altitude recover the ball though. Gibson plays that back out to Tulloch. She's getting forced backwards. That's Tomei with a diagonal ball into the box. Nanaimo struggling to get this one out, but now they've got a chance to bring it out, and it's Christine Moser, one of the more experienced players on that Nanaimo side. Now, good tackle coming in there from Eva Ferreira, dispossessing Ruby Nicholas. You can maybe hear the wind swirling around my mic as well. It picks up every now and again. Very pleasant as well. As Gibson tries to get that out wide to Tomei, but that will just run out for a throw-in, which Liv Guild will be over to take again. Quickly taken from the visitors. Another long ball, looking for Cronkite to try and chase down. It's going to be a good battle, I think, this afternoon between Cronkite and Sunday out on that side. And now sprung forward here, a chance, it's Kira Kilby! And good anticipatory play there from Caden Thorpe. The long ball forward, sending Kilby in. And Kira Kilby is coming off a fantastic season over on the island in the LIWSA. Lower Island Women's Soccer Association champs, Gorge FC. She was the Golden Boot winner with 24 goals in the regular season, one in the playoffs as well. So she's coming into this League One season, the 28-year-old, in blistering form. Corner now though for Altitude. Tomei over again. Not the best delivery as that just curls out wide at the near post. And Nanaimo can calm things down. 15th minute here at Kinsman Field. Exciting game so far. That chance for Kilby, the best of the game so far from either team. Gibson just over hits that and runs away. from Gomez. Cronkite, touch, turn, lovely ball outside to Nicholas, but over well to snuff out the danger was Apps. And Gomez can't keep that one in. A chance here for NANAIMO to maybe get something going. Nicholas brings it down, touch inside there to Ashfield. She holds it up, plays it back, and a long ball forward there from Kate Reynolds. Just finding the head, though, of Cassidy Anderson. And now it's a chance here as Tomei played in, but the flag up. It looked tight as the ball came through, and the flag going up on the far side. Well, give you the officials. I just realised I didn't do that at the start. Man in the middle for this one is Cody Baldoff. First assistant referee is Herman Chan. Second assistant referee, Batuhan Ozer. And the fourth official for this one is Joshua Hooving. Cronkite, it's a nice delivery into the box. It's off the post from Nicholas. Rebound comes back to Ruby Nicholas. And Altitude get it cleared there. That's the best chance of the game for NANAIMO. Nicholas coming to within the inch of that left post. Fisher, I think, thought that one was dropping wide, and it just trickled off the post, but the danger cleared from Altitude, and we're still scoreless here at Kinsman Field. Tomei plays that up the wing for Avery Tillich. She puts on the jet. She's got Dirks in it in the middle, tries to send the ball in. Cleared away by the captain, Lauren Gray. Lauren played the last few seasons with Altitude. The North Van native going to NANAIMO and wearing the captain's armband. Wasn't able to get any minutes last year in the college game for Capilano Blues because of an injury suffered last year in the League One season. Nicholas, she's looked very good in the last few minutes here for NANAIMO. Tries to thread that one through. Kept alive by Cronkite. She sends a dangerous ball in the edge of the box looking for Nicholas. Ashfield now. Touch outside to Moser. That's a nice through ball. Idea was right, but it was well read there by Eva Ferreira. Some loose play at the back there from Altitude, but they get away with it. That was asking too much up the wing there for Jade Dillabo. NANAIMO can certainly be excited by what they've produced in the last few minutes here. Got a message in from Ryan Innes, who's watching this one, giving a shout out to Aurora Hughes Goyette. He says she rocks. She does indeed. She has been a staple for this Altitude team since the inaugural season in 2022. Back from college now, on the bench this afternoon, and I'm pretty sure we will see Aurora on this Kinsman Field pitch once again at some point in this game. 22-year-old just finished her 4th season with New Brunswick Reds. Both these teams still trying to get the core of their players in. The opening weeks of League One, you've seen a lot of changes to all the teams' starting lineups, their subs as well, as players finishing up school. Commitments as well. Easter weekend, several people were unavailable for Altitude today, I know, between school and Easter commitments. And that certainly looked offside as that was played through and the flag is up now. Cronkite, a couple of yards offside there. And Victoria Cronkite is certainly a player you don't want to give too many opportunities to. Spoke about the great play of Ciara Kilby on altitude for LIWSA champs Gorge. Cronkite also plays for Gorge and got 9 goals this season for them, 6 in the league, 3 in the playoffs. So she knows her way to the back of the net. Came through the Van Isle wave. It's Gibson now, bringing this forward. Touch outside to Gomez, she'll give it back to Gibson. Just a bit of a heavy first touch there from Gibson, and that's going to allow Altitude to clear this one up the field, and Ferreira will just usher this one back to her keeper. Eva Ferreira, one of 2 Ferreira sisters that we will see this season playing for Altitude. Sophia, her older sister, not ready for going yet, but expect to see her sooner rather than later in Altitude blue. There's a flag up there for offside on Kilby. If you've been watching League One the last couple of years as well, you may or may not have noticed that there has been a change to the playoff picture, in that there isn't any anymore. It's just going to be the regular season champs with the addition of the 2 extra teams. It's now a straight regular season, just how I like it. So whoever finishes top in the women's division will head off to represent BC in the inter-provincial championships. And Altitude will certainly be hoping that they can do that. Always gets tricky, of course, towards the end of July and into August, with players having to go back to their schools. That will be an advantage Altitude will have with Jesse Simons as the head coach, because if they are down players, he can just add some more of his UBC girls to the roster. Oh, and that's a through ball. It falls kindly for Nicholas. She just can't get room for the shot. She gets it off now, and the second time this afternoon, Ruby Nicholas hits the woodwork. This time it's the crossbar. And some fantastic play we've seen from Ruby Nicholas in the last 5 minutes or so. Been so unfortunate hitting the woodwork twice, but now it's Altitude going up the other end. Bailey Dirksen going to the outside, hitting the byline, cut it back, and that's a good clearance. Needed to get a little bit more on that. Headed clear at the second attempt. Flag initially went up there, I'm not quite sure what for from the linesman there. But this time a foul goes against Gomez, but 2 good chances for Ruby Nicholas in the last 10 minutes for NANAIMO. The 19-year-old from Quinnell. Her second year with NANAIMO. Played last year 10 games, 2 goals, 1 assists under the Harbourside moniker. We've seen a lot of Ruby Nicholas in Canada West college action in her 3 years with UVic Vikes. She is such a dangerous player. 16 goals and 17 assists from her 50 games played for the Vikes. Led UVic in scoring in 2022 and 2024, and she's looking to bring that form to NANAIMO for the League One season, and she's been very lively in the opening going. Altitude have enjoyed the better of the possession, but the best chances so far have certainly fallen to the visitors from the island, and they're trying to get something else going here. It's a loose one though, it's cut out. Sunday whips that in. Kilby just can't bring that one down, and she just touches that one behind. And we're going to get the first substitution of the game. Eva Ferreira is making way, and Emily Parker coming on. Parker, 21-year-old American from Dallas in Texas. Another UBC Thunderbird player in the college season. Only 2 appearances They came in 2023, she didn't play last year in college. But as I mentioned, a player that's been involved with the Swiss under-17 national team as well, as Fisher quickly off her line. And Ferreira just getting a 25-minute run out there. The 19-year-old had done well, so I'm not sure if that was a planned change from Jessie or if Ava had picked up a knock there, or maybe just wanting to mix things up a little bit, maybe not liking what he has seen so far out there from his side. They are lucky to still be on level terms. And those chances for NANAIMO certainly have given them some hope that they can come here and pull off the shock. Avery Tullett now, she's going to go for the long throw here on the far side. Instead, goes short, plays it to Dirksen. She's kind of in a tight spot there in the corner. But Altitude win another throw in right at the corner flag. Tullett wanted to quickly take that to Dirksen, but didn't think it was on in the end. Ball comes back to Tullett. And just a little bit of miscontrol there from the midfielder, and that will run behind. Avery Tullett in her 4th season now with Altitude, and ever present in 2024. So it's her 3rd season. I forgot in year 1 she actually did play with Rivers. That's just come back to me. It's her 3rd season with Altitude. As that's played through by Kilby to Dirksen. She spins beautifully, but was offside as she got the ball, and the flag up very quickly on the far side. Bailey Dirksen making her first appearance of the 2025 season. Wasn't able to play in the April 6th game against the Rise because she was actually down in LA as a travelling guest player with Vancouver Rise's senior team as they took on Angel City down there. So that was good experience for Bailey. On the ball just now as she turns away, and Dirksen winning a free kick there. She's had a couple of great seasons out at UBC. 33 appearances, 12 goals, 2 assists, 10 of those goals and 10 of those assists coming in her sophomore season. Dirksen, one of those players I mentioned earlier that's had back-to-back U Sports national titles in her first 2 years at college. Can't get much better than that when you go to college. You win national championships in your first 2 years. Gomez now with a throw-in, looking for some movement. It's chested down by Dirksen. Little give and go there with Gomez, and just running out of room in the end, but wins another throw-in. Flicked on nicely. It comes. Oh, and this shot came in there from Cassidy Anderson. It's a kind of shot stroke cross that's headed out for a corner.
Altitude substitution. Leaving the game, number 17, Ava Ferreira, replaced by number 2, Emily Parker. Sorry, I missed that game.
Vanessa Tomei over on corner kick duty again. I think this is the 3rd of the afternoon as it comes in. Bounces over everybody and just eludes Kilby at the back there. As a NANAIMO player just down in a heap after the challenge there. She looks okay. Just maybe wiping some of the grass off her. This is one of the few grass pitches in League 1 BC. It's always wonderful to see the game played here. And I've got to say, from previous years, the pitch is looking in great condition. It's like some of the best pitch I've seen here, actually, at Kinsman in their 4 years in League One. Past the half-hour mark, still scoreless here in North Vancouver. Altitude nil, NANAIMO nil. NANAIMO with the two closest opportunities. Ruby Nicholas hitting a post and then hitting the crossbar a few minutes later. Altitude enjoying the bulk of the possession, but not really able to break down this resolute NANAIMO defence. Bobby Taylor's done a great job preparing her team for this one, but they're under a little bit of pressure now. Another foot clears it, only as far as Anderson. She flicks it up. Kilby tries to head that into the danger zone. Anderson again picks up the loose ball. Gibson now twisting, turning, looking for the pass. Forced to go back though. And Emily Parker now will give it back to Tomei. Sunday whips in the diagonal, but it's easily dealt with by Caden Thorpe. Dirksen out to Tulloch. Just a little bit too close to the keeper. Thorpe, not the biggest of keepers, she's only 5'5", but what she lacks in height she makes up for in goalkeeping ability. She is a very agile keeper. Watched her play for the Mariners in college and the last 2 years in League One with Harbourside as well. Still to get a clean sheet in League One action. Could today be the day for Caden Thorpe? Nicholas sent crashing to the deck there by Sunday, and that will bring a free kick for NANAIMO. About 30 yards out. Three players in the wall lined up by Kelsey Fisher as Kate Reynolds stands over this one. It looks like she's shaping up to go for goal here. Reynolds does in fact go for goal, but it didn't really have the direction or the power that was going to trouble Kelsey Fisher. It was more just a chip in the end and a bit of a wasted opportunity, it feels, for NANAIMO there. Dirksen threads it through for Kilby. She's in on goal. Thorpe quickly off her line though. Excellent goalkeeping again from Caden Thorpe. That's why she was a 2024 Pac West All-Star with VIU this past college season. Playing in the futsal championships as well is definitely going to really help a goalkeeper's reflexes. The goals and the shots coming thick and fast at you there. Great work there from Cronkite. Won back though by Altitude. Dirksen, two red shirts around her. It's won back by NANAIMO. Chance now for Alex Paul, another player that was with Altitude in the past and has made the switch this year to NANAIMO. Tomei. Tomei's played every season of League One so far. Varsity and Not Somewhat were her teams in 2022 and 23. Played with TSS Rovers last year, getting 1 goal and 1 assist from her 9 appearances, and this time back playing with Altitude under her former college head coach Jessie Simons. Vanessa Tomei, one of the graduating players this year from the Thunderbirds, and she leaves that programme with 3 national championships as well, so quite the collection of medals and jerseys for Vanessa Tomei. Gibson now goes to the outside. Oh, it's a nice ball in from Gibson. It runs through everyone. Falls now to Tulloch. Her shot blocked. Comes out to Cassidy Anderson. She thought about the shot, just hesitated a little bit too much, and that allowed Liv Gill to nip in. And now Nicholas is bringing it up the other end here for Nanaimo in the quick breakaway. But Sunday back with a great challenge there. Fantastic recovery play there. Ella Sunday. Nanaimo though keeping it alive. Cronkite plays it forward. Nicholas flicks it on. Powering forward now is Dillabo. I'll come back now to Moser, and she goes for the long range shot. It started to dip towards the end, but just too high in the end from Christine Moser. One of the more experienced players on this Nanaimo side, the 26-year-old from Atlin in BC before moving to Whitehorse in the Yukon. Atlin kind of considered an honorary Yukon town because it is right on the lake. Dirksen threads that one through for Kilby. She centres it, looking for Tomei. Just did enough to put Tomei off there. And that one is going to run wide, and Thorpe will just try and calm things down a little bit here for Nanaimo. They've been put under a little bit of pressure in the last 5 minutes, but it was good defensive play there from Avery Henderson, who just really did enough to get in the way and stop Tomei getting onto that cross-in. Thorpe's kick played to the outside. Kilby. It's just a heavy touch there from Kiera Kilby. Altitude win it back though. Sunday. Touch to the outside. Dillabo putting her under pressure and did enough to stop Sunday delivering the really good cross in there, and again it will run behind Caden Thorpe's goal. Six and a half minutes left in the first half, and stoppage time. Not expecting there to be too much at the end of this one. Can either team find the breakthrough here? Game of head tennis ends with Gibson bringing it away. Tulloch up the wing looking for Kilby. And again, good defensive play there. Kate Reynolds ushering that one behind. Nicholas telling her teammates to get forward, but broken up by altitude to me now. Not allowed any room at all. That's what NANAIMO have done such a good job of in the first half here. They've really closed down the danger and the attacking threat of altitude. Now bringing it forward is Christine Moser. Played that inside to Cronkite and the danger cleared. Tulloch now up the right wing for Kilby. She's got Dirksen in the middle. Sends it and it's just over the head. Gets a slight touch of the top of the head there from Dirksen. And Henderson won't take any chances and puts that one into touch. I think she was trying to send it up the line. A little bit of frustration on her face there, but it clears the danger, which is all NANAIMO can want to do right now. Dirksen again gets the throw in there from Gomez, gives it back to Gomez. Nice ball chipped in there. It's waiting for someone to try and pick it up. Gibson battling away for it, but it's cleared by NANAIMO. Only as far as Apps, and she'll send it out wide. Nice turn away there from Sunday. Sunday whips in a good ball. It's bouncing around and Dirksen battling away for it. Just can't get it. And Moser stopping Gibson from getting the shot off there. Altitude though, keeping it alive. Nice one touch there and it just runs away from Dirksen. Cronkite. Oh, a crunching tackle there from Olivia Gomez. She heard the cleats coming together. Cronkite just bounces up after earning a free kick for her side as Lauren Gray over to take this one. Doesn't quite get the direction on that she wants and just ends up running out. NANAIMO wasted a couple of free kick opportunities in this first half as Dirksen just overruns that one. Nicholas battling away and gets a free kick for her efforts as well. Ruby Nicholas has definitely been the best player in the first half in a red jersey. Probably the best player of the game so far as well. As this time, ball sent forward from Henderson. It's won back though by Altitude. Gibson powering forward out to a wide open to me here on the left. She's got time to get her cross into the box. An important head on that though. Nods that one away by Lauren Gray. And that's a chance here. Nicholas is in again. It's a foot race now. She's getting closed down quickly by Zoel Apps, who nudges it away. And Apps had to be really careful there to make sure she got everything on the ball and not on Nicholas. But another great chance for NANAIMO coming from Ruby Nicholas, and they have to settle for a corner in the end. Closed down well there by the two Altitude defenders. But Cronkite now over on corner kick duty for NANAIMO. Good delivery in the box, just eludes Lauren Gray as she jumps and twists away from that. Runs through to the back though, and NANAIMO still have it. Ashfield comes out to Alex Paul. She goes for goal, the dipper! And that really tested Kelsey Fisher, who stood her ground. I thought she'd maybe got the tips of her gloves on that, but it looks like it just hit the top of the crossbar and went over there. Good look on goal from Alex Paul, the 21-year-old from North Vancouver. 8 games on Altitude last year from Lauren Paul. As the wind picks up again here, we're into the dying seconds off this first half. We'll keep an eye on the fourth official for how much time is going to get added on here. Nice to see that there's boards at this game. I was at the TSS Langley game on Friday night and there was no ref boards, which was quite annoying, and just a 1 minute of time to get added on here. Can either side find the breakthrough? If it's going to come from anyone, it looks like it could be coming from NANAIMO, as they will have the ball for this last minute of stoppage time, the minimum of 1 minute getting added on here. Bobby Taylor will be delighted with what she's seen from her team in this first half. They've been the more dangerous in front of goal, hitting the woodwork 3 times now. Maybe they will have one last chance to defend something here as Altitude. Dirksen has the ball, shows neat fleet of foot, good ball into the back of the box. It's just going to run away from Tomei. She sends it back in dangerously. Tulloch with the shot, blocked by Gray. Tulloch again, and this time Gray, big boot on that. She'll put that into touch, and that is the last action of a scoreless first half here at Kinsman Field. It's been a pulsating game, end-to-end stuff. Altitude enjoying the better of the possession, creating a few half chances, but the best chances in that first half falling to the visitors from NANAIMO. Ruby Nicholas hitting the post and the crossbar in a 5-minute spell before Alex Paul towards the end of the first half there with a dipping shot. They just hit the top of the bar and over. We're tied up at 0-0. Go stick the kettle on, grab your biscuit of choice and join us in 15 minutes for the second half of this one.
If you want to get food, you should get your ticket at the main entrance and pay there.
Welcome back to Kinsman Field for the second half of League 1 BC Women's Division action. It's the League 1 BC featured games of the week. The men go at 3:30. It's scoreless at half-time between the home side Altitude and the visitors from the island, NANAIMO United. NANAIMO hitting the woodwork 3 times in that first half. Some good defensive play as well from the team in red, as Altitude will get the second half underway in their blue jerseys with the mountain design and the dark blue shorts going from left to right in this first half. NANAIMO in the all red with the gold numbers going from right to left. And right away on the attack is Altitude, as that one just gets into the side netting. One change for NANAIMO at half time. Going off is number 16 Alex Paul. Coming in number 17 Niobe Darku. Darku getting NANAIMO's only goal of the season so far last week. A stunning shot in the 75th minute from nearly 35 yards out. Went for goal. It was a dipper and went right over the head of the Evolution keeper. That was all they had to show though for their efforts, going down 3-1 to Evolution. And you feel they're going to be given a little bit of a tough time in the second half here. Altitude are going to be on the front foot and really take it to them as Gibson threads that through. Dirksen gets the ball, back to goal, turns and sends the shot in, but it's well held by Caden Thorpe. One of the best chances that Altitude have managed to carve out in this game so far. Their previous best one really when Kilby was played in, but now NANAIMO going up the other end and Gomez back doing a good defensive shift to take that one away from Victoria Cronkite. The first half was pulsating stuff, end to end, very entertaining despite there being no goals. And I think the second half is going to play out the same way with how they're starting. Thank you for joining us wherever you're taking the action in this afternoon on League 1 BC's YouTube channel. Remember, if you want to get in touch during the broadcast, you can on X at AFTN Canada. That's AFTN Canada. Or if that is not your thing, aftncanada at hotmail.com. If you want to chat about the League 1 season, either of these two teams, or let us know where you're taking the action in from this afternoon, please do get in touch. We'd love to make these broadcasts as interactive as possible. Lauren Gray in a tussle, and the sideline does enough to usher that one out, and it's going to be a throw-in for the visitors midway in their own half. Nicholas brings it down. She was so good, so lively for NANAIMO through the first 45 minutes, and running a throw in for her side here. Flicked on by Nicholas, and Emily Parker doing enough to win the free kick for her side. Tulloch plays that forward, looking to try and play in Gibson, but some good play there from Liv Guild. The blocked clearance though, picked up quickly by Altitude. Dirksen gets the ball, turns, plays this one out to Tomei. She's got Kilby in the middle, but she sends that one high to the back post and actually behind. Bit of a wasted opportunity there for the home side. First 5 minutes of the second half gone. This game still on a knife edge. NANAIMO playing some lovely stuff in the first half. That's a ball forward now for Dirksen to try and bring down. Lets it bounce. Under pressure from Gray. Goes through the two defenders. Still Bailey Dirksen, and it's saved well and turned around her near post by Caden Thorpe there. We know how dangerous Bailey Dirksen is in front of goal, and Caden Thorpe more than a match for her there. More good goalkeeping by the NANAIMO number 1, but it's going to bring up a corner here for the home side. Tomei again over on corner kick duty. Not the best delivery, and a boot on that from Reynolds gets it clear. Only back to Tomei. Little shimmy to the outside, hits the byline, cuts it back for Dirksen. She pokes that one back, it's in front of goal and it's turned in. We've got the opening goal in the 51st minute, and it's Ella Sunday opening the scoring for Altitude.
By number 18, Ella Sunda. Altitude 1, NANAIMO 0.
And that brings huge roars from the home side. The pressure to start the second half from Altitude paying off. Tenacity from Tomei. The ball broke perfectly to Ella Sunday in front of goal, and she tucks that one away, and it's Altitude 1, NANAIMO 0. And NANAIMO will feel a little aggrieved to have been undone in the way that they were there. Let's see what they have if they can get back into this game. Altitude are a team, once they get the lead, they certainly play with their tails up, and they're going to look to try and get a quick killer second here. Dirksen, she's got Tomei making the run. Still Bailey Dirksen though, going herself. Still Bailey Dirksen goes for the far post. What a goal! An individual effort from Bailey Dirksen. And 2 minutes after the first, Altitude have their second. And a fantastic goal from Bailey Dirksen. Her first in League One this season. And I think it's her first in League One overall. And that gives a bit of breathing space now to NANAIMO. Or to Altitude, sorry. No breathing space at all for NANAIMO. The first goal came from tenacity and some good fortune in front of goal. That second one, just sheer individual brilliance from Bailey Dirksen, and the 19-year-old has been a live wire all afternoon so far. As we talked about in the first half, back-to-back U-Sport National Championships for Dirksen in her first 2 years in the college game with UBC. 12 goals in those 2 years, 10 of them coming this past unbeaten 2024 season, and she's brought that form into League One now. All to do for NANAIMO. Darku now. Out to Dillabo. Oh, I thought she might have gone for goal there. Instead she plays that in for Cronkite. I think the better option was just try and curl that into the far post. Easy for me to say standing up here in the bleachers, but Dillabo finding herself in a bit of space there, and Jada Dillabo, the 20-year-old Calgarian. Her third season with NANAIMO in League One. coming off 3 years with VIU Mariners under Bobby Taylor as well, where she had an absolutely stunning rookie season. Rookie of the Year, Golden Boot winner, PacWest Gold and Bronze at Nationals. Saw her play in November at Nationals, where the Mariners finished 4th, losing to Cap. As a shot comes in there from the other number 22, Altitude's one this time, Kira Kilby. But Dillabo is a player that Harbourside need to get more involved. Like, she scores so much at college level. But yet to find her first League One goal. Maybe this afternoon will be the day that she gets it, as the goal scorer Sunday plays that all the way back to her keeper. Well handled in the end there by Fisher. It's a dangerous bobbling ball for her. NANAIMO though win this one back. They need to up the tempo a little bit here, and that's a speculative effort coming in there from Cronkite, and that's not going to test Fisher in any way, shape or form. NANAIMO can maybe take a little bit of solace from the fact Altitude did go 2 goals up in their first match against Vancouver Rise Academy before being pegged back, eventually winning that one 3-2 with a late last-ditch winner from Olivia Gomez. Next goal in this is absolutely crucial. It has to go NANAIMO's way if they want to get themselves back into it. But right now, it's Altitude that are pressing. Dirksen again. Cuts it back to Gibson at the edge of the box. And the shot comes in from Cassidy Anderson. It's spilled by Thorpe. And she recovers it under the pressure from Kilby. But flag up for offside anyway. But a good shot coming in there from Cassidy Anderson, the 18-year-old who's coming off her rookie college season out east with Guelph Griffins. And Cassidy Anderson, one of 4 players on this Altitude team this afternoon that were with Fusion FC's 2006 girls team. Sienna Gibson, Olivia Gomez and substitute Sophia Abiera, the other one. So they've got that chemistry from playing many years together in the youth game. The other big advantage for both these teams is so many of the players play together at college level, at UBC from Altitude, at VIU for NANAIMO. And a lot of youth players from NANAIMO United as well involved in both the men and the women's side. For the League One team, a true pathway over on the island. And although I liked everything about Harbourside's branding, and I think they've done a very good job, some of their strips were excellent as well, it is nice to see it getting changed to the parent club NANAIMO United, much as Rivers have changed to Kamloops United this year. Just shows a real true pathway for these clubs from youth level into semi-pro, and then hopefully moving these players into the pro ranks. And League One has seen a number of players on the men and the women's side move into the pro game in recent sort of seasons, and hopefully for many more seasons to come. Gibson now trying the cross-field ball, looking for Tomei. It's cleared, loose ball, picked up though by Gomez. She'll play that out left to Vanessa Tomei. Centres it into Kilby, who makes no mistake from about 8 yards out, and it's 3-0 to Altitude. Kira Kilby, her first goal in Altitude colours, adding to the 25 that she got in the Lower Island Women's Soccer League this past amateur season. And speaking to Jesse Simons before the game, he had said that Kilby is one of those players that really has the scope to light it up in League One. When she is on, she can be on fire. She's looked lively without having too many clear looks on goal. But 59 minutes gone. It's 3-0 to Altitude, Ciara Kilby. And that is now 6 different scorers. Well, 5 and an own goal. But 5 different Altitude players have found the back of the net in their first 2 games this season. Goal threats throughout this team. And Kilby looking lively again, pokes that one away. I mean, I think you'll struggle to find a more dangerous front pairing in League 1 BC Women's Division this year than Dirksen and Kilby. Parker plays that out wide to Tomei. She had a big part to play in that third goal. Kilby now plays it in, bouncing in front of goal, and it's a 4th for Altitude, and it's a 2nd off the game for Bailey Dirksen. And we're just past the hour mark, and Altitude have turned it on.
By number 9, Bailey Dirksen. Altitude 4, NANAIMO 0.
Again, Tomei and Kilby involved in the build-up to that one. And Bailey Dirksen getting her 2nd of the game. And the 4th for Altitude in the 61st minute. And whatever that halftime team talk was from Jesse Simons, it has worked a treat as they have really taken it up a gear in the second half. And for all the good work from the NANAIMO in the first 45 minutes, they find themselves 4 down now as Altitude running rampant. And that makes for a long ferry trip home for the Islanders. As we're going to get a double substitution here.
Substitutions for Altitude.
Making way is number 7, Vanessa Tomei, and number 20, Avery Tulloch. Hannah Baines, number 11, and number 15, Sophia Abiera, who I was just mentioning a few minutes ago from her Fusion days. Coming on now for Altitude, Hannah Baines getting Altitude's first goal of the season in week 1, opening the scoring against the Rise in the 32nd minute. Baines, a rookie with UBC Thunderbirds in 2024. Limited minutes, just 136 from her 8 appearances, but that's why this League 1 campaign will be very important for the likes of her to try and get those minutes that they didn't get in the college game as they look to replace the seniors that moved on up at the Point Grey campus. Sophia Abiera as well was a rookie for UBC. The 19-year-old didn't play any minutes though this 2024 season. So again, Jessie Simons looking to get her minutes in League 1. Started the first game and coming on as a sub here. The ball just gets away there from Abiera as it's played forward. Fantastic battling play there from Ella Sunday, the scorer of the second goal. Touch inside now to Gibson. Baines, little give and go with Gomez, gives it back to Gomez. Should have looked very dangerous up that left side this whole game. Dirksen. Give and go with Baines. Dirksen though straying into an offside position. And the flag up very quickly on the near side. There's some activity on the NANAIMO bench, so we'll be seeing some fresh faces coming on for Bobby Taylor's team. Thorpe, who was so good in the first half, hasn't really had a chance with the 4 goals tucked away by Altitude in the second half, and she must be wondering just what's hit her in the second 45 minutes, and we're only 20 minutes into it. Nanaimo though, free kick just inside their own half. It's chipped high and forward. Just going to run away from everybody, and that will give the chance for Abiera to bring that out. Giveaway though by Altitude, but a giveaway there from Moser, pounced upon by Gibson. Altitude storming forward once again. Kilby to Dirksen, takes a turn, touches it to the outside, but good recovery play there from Avery Henderson. Nips in and puts it behind. It's just going to bring up though another corner here for Altitude. In fact, it's out for a throw-in right by the corner flag as Abiera quickly takes it, gets the ball back, does well to keep that in. And the return pass there from Sunday. Runs out of room though as Henderson again. Good defensive effort. She's been very solid at the back for Nanaimo this afternoon. Now Nanaimo's got a chance to bring this one out. Cronkite, she's got the runner. Finds Barfoot. RJ Barfoot, not sure when she came on actually. I didn't see an indication of that one, but Ryan RJ Barfoot wearing the number 6, the 17-year-old for Nanaimo, from Nanaimo. She's going to be heading to college for her rookie season with UNBC Timberwolves come the fall. Barfoot coming on the hour mark for Jade Dillabo. It's that misplayed clearance there. Going into touch, giving Nanaimo the chance to get something going. Liv Guild with the throw in again. Long ball forward. Headed up in the air by Sunday Barfoot. Closing down Gibson, and Altitude though are going to get another chance to bring this out. Just runs away there from Kilby as she tried to flick that out to Tomei. Dirksen touch, turn. Anderson trying to save that one, just getting away from her, and Lorne Gray, the Nanaimo captain. That'll run behind for a Nanaimo goal kick. We're past the halfway point of the second half now, and it was a 4-goal blitz from Altitude to start off the first 15 minutes. Nanaimo will look back at those chances they had in the first half, hitting the woodwork 3 times, and just when they watch the game tape back for this, they'll be just wondering what could have been. But great work again from Bailey Dirksen as she fires that one into the near post. We're going to get another substitution now, and the sub is being subbed. Emily Parker is making way, and making her first appearance of the season wearing the number 38 jersey is Aurora Hughes Goyette, and 2-goal heroine
Aurora Hughes Goyette.
Bailey Dirksen making way. Trying to see who the other sub was that came on there. I mean, by process of elimination, I'm going to say it is Paige Payne. Indeed it is, as she is the last outfield sub for Altitude. Altitude already on the front foot after those subs as that one just runs away from Ella Sunday. NANAIMO come away with it now, trying to get numbers forward. Moser bringing this forward. She's only got 2 players up with her, Cronkite, and that one comes through, trying to get to Barfoot. But now Altitude going the other way. Held up by Kilby. She's been fantastic this afternoon for the North Shore side. Full credit to NANAIMO, they haven't let their heads go down, they are still pushing hard here. Rick Halland got in touch on Twitter to say he just left his computer for a couple of minutes and missed goals 3 and 4 for Altitude. That is how quick everything came. If you have just tuned into this, goals coming in the 51st, 53rd, 59th and 61st minutes. You can go back in the stream and watch those. You definitely want to see the second one, Bailey Dirksen's fantastic individual solo effort in the 53rd minute. But the 4 goals coming in batches of 2 minutes apart, and that's been the difference between these two teams. It's a clinical second half from Altitude. They had more of the ball in the first half, but weren't really able to do too much with it. Certainly not been the case in this half. Now, a couple of substitutions coming up for NANAIMO. Christine Moser making way, as is number 10, Victoria Cronkite.
Being replaced by number 13, Megan Faulkner.
Megan Faulkner, the number 13, coming on, and number 21, Jada Kammerman as well. Megan Faulkner, 25-year-old from Victoria, UVic Vikes alumni. This is her 3rd year in League 1 BC. She was with the Highlanders in 2022 and 2023. Didn't play last year. Getting time on the pitch this afternoon as that's a lovely through ball, but the flag is up. It's tucked away. Kilby thought she had her second of the game, but the flag up very quickly on the near side, and the score stays at 4-0 to Altitude, but that is how dangerous and how explosive this Altitude attack is. They definitely look like the team to beat in League 1 BC this season. I'm sure Unity might have something to say about that, though. They've got off to a fantastic start with a pair of wins and are banging the goals in as well. Unity defeating Vancouver Rise, the defending champions, 6-4 out at Thunderbird Stadium in an absolute barn burner of a match yesterday. You can watch that game on the League 1 BC YouTube. That will be, if it's not already up there, it will be going up very, very soon. But Unity looks strong this year on both men and women's side. Oh, lovely through ball there from Gibson, bringing whoops from the crowd as it played in Paige Payne. Payne sent crashing to the deck there. One of the more experienced players on this Altitude side, 26-year-old from Kittima in BC. Another player with League 1 experience with the Highlanders. She played for them in 2022 and 23. Didn't play last year, Paige Payne. But she's the all-time leading goal scorer and leader in shots and points for UNBC. Altitude now, free kick opportunity, 76th minute. Gomez, 2 players in the wall. She's going to go for goal or loft this in. Oh, it's a dangerous one that kind of went through a lot of traffic, kind of like a knuckleball really in the end, and it's palmed away by Thorpe. She read that well. One of those great free kicks. You get the power on it, so you could score yourself and test the keeper, or just needs a little touch from somebody to put that away. Neither was coming there for Altitude, and Thorpe more than a match for that one. Altitude though keeping the pressure on as Baines tries to chase that loose ball down. Comes out now to Sunday, scorer of the third goal. Sorry, the opening goal. So many goals, I'm getting confused myself now. Kilby brings that down well, gets this shot off, and that's dealt with well by Thorpe. Right into her chest and dealing with the danger, and it remains 4-0 here at Kinsman Field. Reminder, the men's match comes up, different link for that, which you can find on the League 1 channel. That one will be going at 3:30 this afternoon. Some loose play, almost punished there by NANAIMO, but instead it just leads to a quick transition play here from Altitude. Oh, and just flicked over the bar there from Paige Payne. NANAIMO might breathe a sigh of relief that the dangerous Bailey Dirksen goes off, but you're replacing her with Paige Payne. And I spoke about her goal scoring exploits, 22 goals in 4 years for the Timberwolves, the all-time leading scorer for UNBC. And this is an Altitude team this year with goals throughout at every single position from back to front are players that find the net on a regular basis. And Jessie Simons has got a real special team this year, and could we be seeing the first silverware for Altitude? The men did well last year, reaching the men's championship game. So that throw-in doesn't quite come out the hands of Gomez the way she wanted. Yeah, the men's team reached the playoffs for the first time. The women hadn't made the playoffs in the 3 years of BC, League 1 BC so far. And reminder, no playoffs this year, just a straight regular season title. And I think they are mine and many people's favourites to be top of that table come the end of July. A lot of football to be played though before that is going to happen. Altitude just relentless out there. NANAIMO struggling to get much attack going. Payne again, touch to the outside. Inside now, goes for goal. Oh! Just over. I thought that had nestled into the top corner there. Fantastic skill again there from Paige Payne. Payne looks like she's feeling it this afternoon, looking for her first League 1 BC goal. Or I should say her first goal for Altitude. She did find the back of the net for the Highlanders back in 2023. Now, can NANAIMO get some consolation here? It's given away cheaply though from the sub Megan Faulkner. Not too much harm done. They've got themselves a throw-in now. Just inside the Altitude half. Nicholas, so dangerous, so good for NANAIMO in the first half, has kind of been negated in this second half. She's not had any service for anything to do with. Baines brings that down under the attention of Liv Guild, but Baines does well to get that out to Kilby. Henderson closing down well and pushed over unceremoniously into the Kinsman Field grass there by Kilby. Just checking her elbow. Nicholas brings down the goal kick, runs forward looking for the return pass. It's sprayed out wide though instead, and it's very well won back there. Olivia Gomez, so good in that left back position this afternoon. Darku plays that forward. Not a great first touch, but it's kept alive by NANAIMO. They've kept to their game plan. They've played the same way despite giving up those goals, and you feel they deserve some reward for their efforts this afternoon. Always tough for the sides from the island and the interior. A lot of travel. Half their season involves long road trips. It can get very tiring, and if you're not getting the wins as well, hard to sometimes keep the motivation factor up. That's not been the case with NANAIMO this afternoon. Despite giving up those 4 goals, they have continued to play how they started the game. They're looking to try and get something to happen. They're not moving away from how head coach Bobby Taylor wants them to play, and that's going to be a pleasing aspect for her. Folk will look at the 4-0 scoreline, and if they haven't seen the game, think it's just been a little bit of a blowout, but it doesn't tell the full story of the game and how well NANAIMO played in that first half. Abiera trying to play that forward to Spring Kilby. Avery Henderson not taking any chances there and just putting that one behind, bringing up another corner kick for the North Shore side. Gomez over on corner kick duty once again. Curling effort, just goes out, hits the back stanchion. Didn't quite get the direction on that she was looking for. Into the last 5 minutes now here at Kinsman Field. Altitude comfortably seeing this one out with a 4-goal lead. Hope you have enjoyed this League 1 BC featured match. The men's game coming up between these two teams at 3:30. And next Sunday as well, we've got a very tasty looking double header coming up for you in the League 1 BC game of the week. I'll have the call from Willoughby Field as Langley United play their first home game in League 1 history after starting the season on the road, and they will be hosting Vancouver Rise Academy on the women's division and Vancouver Whitecaps on the men's side. Langley United ladies coming away with the big 2-1 win at Swangard on Friday night against TSS Rovers. Head coach Chelsea Hannison going back and putting the sword to her old side, as NANAIMO trying to get a late consolation here. A free kick coming in but cleared and brought out by Altitude. It's going to come straight back in to them though, as Sunday connects with that. It's just up in the air. In terms of standings, this game will see Altitude move to joint top of the League 1 BC Women's Division. Unity, Altitude, Langley and Evolution all on 6 points. Evolution have played 3 games, Langley, Altitude and Unity just the 2. Vancouver Rise, probably surprising I think to many with how dominant they've been in the 3 years of League 1 BC so far, sitting in 5th on 3 points. 2 defeats on their record already this year, as our tent here is getting blown all over the place. Gust of wind just picking up crazily there. TSS also on 3 points. Kamloops, Burnaby and NANAIMO looking for their first wins and their first points of the season. Big game next Sunday, as I mentioned, between Langley and Vancouver Rise. You don't want to miss that one on YouTube. Even better, get yourselves out to Willoughby and take the action in live. That game kicks off at 2 o'clock. Three other women's matches next weekend in League 1 BC as NANAIMO return back home and they'll host Burnaby. Kamloops taking on Altitude. It's a long trip to the interior for Jesse Simon's side as they look to build on their good start so far. And then Unity will host TSS Rovers out in Cloverdale. If you're near any of those games, go out and see the action live. Nothing beats some live football. Hopefully some wonderful nice weather as well to take the action in. We've had a great Sunday afternoon so far. Easter Sunday, Altitude making it extra special with that 4-goal burst to start the second half. As we get into the last minute now of regulation, we'll keep an eye on the 4th official to see how much time he's going to add on here. Wouldn't expect it to be too much. Has been the substitutions, of course. So about this time of the game, we like to give our unofficial AFTN players of the game, and for NANAIMO, going to give it to number 9, Ruby Nicholas. Fantastic first half performance from the 19-year-old forward. Hitting the post, hitting the bar, looking very lively in front of goal. Just hasn't really had the opportunities in the second half, but that first half performance gets a nod for me. And from an altitude point of view, my player of the game and woman of the match, have to give it to 2-goal Bailey Dirksen. She's been excellent in front of goal, very dangerous, very deadly. Hat tips though as well to Kira Kilby and also to Olivia Gomez, who has been relentless going up that left wing as we move into minimum of 2 minutes of time to get added on here. Two minutes to see if NANAIMO can grab some kind of consolation, or if Kelsey Fisher will grab herself her first clean sheet of the year. She had 2 last year with Rivers, and she's had an excellent outing, dealt with everything thrown at her this afternoon. Kelsey Fisher, also the assistant coach and goalkeeping coach now at Capilano University Blues. That team led by former Altitude player and former Altitude head coach Charlotte Ring for the upcoming season, as they look to try and get back to Nationals after winning their first bronze at Nationals since 2001 in Squamish, hosting that tournament. Now, can it be the icing on the cake here for Altitude? Paige Payne forced wide. Avery Henderson deserves a hat tip as well. She's been very solid at the back, and the referee brings this one to an end. It's a comprehensive 4-goal victory for Altitude. Doesn't tell the full story of the match. NANAIMO will feel that they needed to take one of those first half chances, hitting the woodwork 3 times, but an explosive start to the second half by Altitude. 4 goals in 16 minutes. Ella Sunday opening the scoring in the 51st minute. A tremendous individual effort from Bailey Dirksen made it 2-0 in the 53rd minute. Kira Kilby in the 59th made it 3, and then 2 minutes later Dirksen grabbed her second of the game. That's how this one finishes. It sends Altitude to joint top of the table in League 1 BC. It's Altitude 4, NANAIMO United 0. I'll be back with the men's game at 3:30. If you're not joining us for that, have a good rest of your Easter Sunday weekend, and we'll catch you at the pitch again soon.